So you got this homeless guy, and he's walking downtown in DC, right? Now he's going through trash cans. He's going behind restaurants, going through the garbage, see if they got anything. And, he's going, in a few McDonald's areas, seeing if he can get a few dollars. And he's in the drive-thru trying to ask for money, and they end up pulling up like, hey, man, you need to get away from here, man. Go before I call the cops. So he leaves or whatever. So it's nighttime, and he finally goes to this little Fazoli's restaurant, right? And he ends up looking, and he ends up seeing some pasta in there or whatever. Nevertheless, he digs right in. He starts eating the Fazoli, and it's like a half-eaten stick of garlic bread in there. He's just eating or whatever. He finishes the food or whatever. He walks on the street, and he ends up seeing this newspaper on the ground, and it says, free clothes and free food, at the Salvation Army on the east side or whatever. He goes there, and they are just running out of everything. So he's like, dang. So it starts raining really, really hard, like it is right here. He's walking, and it gets to the point where it starts raining so bad that that if you out there more than 20 seconds, you're gonna be soaked. As he gets drenched, and he got all his devices, like his little phone charger and stuff, in his duffel bag. So he sees like this little abandoned house, like they got some stairs on the side that goes into an attic or whatever. He runs down there, and he's drying off or whatever, and when he turns, he sees that the door is open, like it's like a wooden door and it's open. He breaks the wood, and he ends up going in. So when he goes in, he sees it looks like dead's been in there, like it's been a few people already sleeping in there or whatever. He's going through there, and he sees this little pantry or whatever, and it's stocked with food. So he gets to digging through there, and he's like, man, you know what? This place goes a little further, and there might be something else back there. So he gets all the way to the back, and he's digging, and he ends up finding like some toothpaste and some toothbrushes and, a few shirts, some socks, stuff like that. As he's putting all that in his duffel bag, he ends up hearing all of these footsteps. He's like, what the? So he's frozen. And when he looks over, he sees that it's been like 4 homeless people were like crawling in like they were animals, not regular crawl like humans. They were like crawling like animals, like a cricket. So they crawling, and when the last one get inside, they're dragging in another dead homeless person. He gets behind the thing, and he's hiding, right? These 4 homeless people end up saying some demonic grace or whatever, and they end up getting a fork, a spoon, and they end up digging in. They end up eating the homeless guy or whatever. They get a cup and put it inside his stomach and get some of the blood and start drinking, and he's like, oh, what the hell? At that moment, they all stop like eating, and they all look at him. So he got a straight shot towards the door. So he ends up running, and one of them grabs his foot, and they end up sticking a knife inside of him. And he's like, ah! And he ends up kicking him. So he hurries up, run past the wooden door that he broke, and he ends up running up the steps, and he ends up leaving. When he gets down the block in the alley, he yanks the knife out, and in the bag, he ends up in some alcohol and stuff that he found in the attic or whatever. He ended up grabbing his stuff, and he went on about his day. And he didn't go to the hospital because he didn't have the right insurance and stuff, and he didn't want to be charged for nothing. So he ended up going on about his day, and a week done went by, and he's walking down the street, right? And someone had just gave him some money, so he's going and he's heading to get some food. And he hears these people talking like, yeah, there's been a lot of homeless people been going missing lately, and the police been looking for them, and they ain't been able to find anything. That's why I got me a taser now, and I'm staying in the house or whatever. And he start thinking like, man, what if them people that did that, man, what if that's connected or whatever? So he ends up going back to the same abandoned house just out of curiosity to see what's going on. He ended up seeing that the place was like double boarded, like almost like the city came and put some extra boards on there to make sure that no one could get through or whatever. So as he looked through the little attic window or whatever, he ends up seeing that, all the dust that was under there was cleaned up. Like they basically just cleaned everything. So he kept quiet about it, and he just went on about his life, y'all. If y'all like this story, like, comment, subscribe.